Coming up next, right here on In the Hot Seat with some of the topics that I will be talking about with my guests. I will be talking about the new WWE title design, how we feel about that. Also, with Mr. McMahon returning to the WWE, do we think he should have another run? And as well with Dolph Ziggler, how do we feel about him, especially now being split up with Vicky Guerrero and not having her on his side and everything? How do we feel about that? Do we think he'll have a success as a singles one without Vicky Guerrero? All that and much more right here on In the Hot Seat. You know what's coming up next. Roll that damn intro.
You are watching the most interactive professional wrestling discussion show on the internet. WWE Impact Wrestling.
ROH Wrestling.
Pro wrestling at its finest on In the Hot Seat with your host, Fortminorproject.
Alright, what's going on, guys, and welcome to this week's episode from the Hot Seat. Of course, as always, we got a great show lined up for you guys, and as well, I'm being joined by my guest at this time. Would you like to introduce yourself?
What up, y'all? This is your boy Yankees fan. What's the deal?
Alright, it's a pleasure to have you here on the show. I'm going to kick things off here, and recently there was a leaked picture out for the WWE new title design, and I wanted to see what are your thoughts and how you feel about this. Do you think this is legit, or do you think this is a side play, and do you think possibly even WWE throwing this off? And how do you feel overall about the new, what's supposed to be looking anyway with the new WWE title design?
Well, I've only seen, I think, the one picture that's been going around everywhere. I think it's an ugly belt. First of all, it looks like a toy. It's got that big W on it. It just looks too childish for me. I honestly prefer the spinner belt over this one, and the spinner belt looks like a toy too. I just wish they'd get back to tradition and try to make it look more sports-like, you know, like with the Eagles and the globe and stuff like that.
But yeah, that was great.
Yeah, this just doesn't work for me.
Yeah, honestly, I don't really know what to think at this point. Hopefully this is them just saying that they're just throwing us off and they actually have something else for us. As of right now, it kind of looks like a Hall of Fame type of ring, and it has been like blown up with the picture and everything. So I really don't know if this actually is legit or not. I have seen the pictures and see some videos on this. So, you know, it is better for them just having the spinner belt. I will say that as of right now. So maybe they will be surprising us, and by the next 3-hour special, with the permanent 3-hour special, we will get to see it revealed, and maybe we'll just have a different one. So that's all the thoughts that I have as of right now on it. If there's going to be any more pictures out, maybe I'll do a video on that, but that's how I feel about that and with that topic. And with the next topic here, going into Dolph Ziggler, of course, recently he's been on his own. Vicky Guerrero has been working now with Jack Swagger and everything. How do you feel about Dolph Ziggler as of right now? Do you think he's going to go places and especially have a longer WWE Championship run? How do you feel overall about Dolph Ziggler?
Well, I think the reason that they gave him Vicky in the first place was for him to build up his promo skills and actually do something with them, because I don't think they had much. I don't think creative really had much for him, but they knew that he had something. They just didn't know what, you know, or how to showcase it. So
yeah,
I think his run with Vicky has been awesome, and at this point in time, this might be the right time for him to be pushed. I mean, if WWE is paying attention to anything, anytime you listen to a radio talk show, or you see videos talking about who are the next upcoming guys, Dolph Ziggler's name is always at the top.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
You know, so hopefully they're paying attention, and that's where this little run that we're having now, that's where it's leading up to, is a singles run more than likely they're probably going to have to turn him face if they're going to break him away from the Vicky stable, which is really only 3 people: him, Vicky, and Swagger.
Yeah.
But more than likely it's probably going to turn into a short little face run for him, and I hope it's really short because he'd do better as a heel on his own.
Yeah, that's
he just needs a newer gimmick. But I think this is the start of a turn for him. I'd say within the next 10 years, Dolph would be definitely he'd definitely be one of the faces of the company.
Yeah, honestly, I can see that too, and definitely Dolph Ziggler is one of my favorite wrestlers currently for the WWE right now. So with the face turn, I really don't know how that will work for Dolph Ziggler. That would be definitely something new since we're used to him being the heel and everything. So I'm sure he'll somehow pull that off, and I think he'll do good as a face right now. So, you know.
I'm sorry. I also think this would be good for Jack Swagger too, because
yeah, that could work for him.
Yeah, because he's really just been Ziggler's baby brother and all of this stuff.
Yeah.
So I think this would be a good push for him also.
Yeah, this, who knows, could actually do better for both of them and have their own singles run and do better things from here besides being in the tag team scene. So, you know, I have nothing but respect for Dolph Ziggler. Hopefully this will be the time for him to... He doesn't have to win a championship just yet, but hopefully sometime he will get that championship run that he definitely deserves and actually keep it. So he's doing really good right now, and I have no problems whatsoever with Dolph Ziggler. So I'm sure he'll definitely have a better one this time around now that Vicky Guerrero is not in the picture with him. And getting into the next topic that I do have here, and recently there has been rumors that Matt Morgan might be going into the WWE and being released and everything from TNA and all that stuff. And do you think he'll have a better run in the WWE as a second run, or do you think he should be going into the Indies or doing something else like that besides going into the WWE?
Yeah, no, I think Matt Morgan would do well in the WWE. I really don't understand why he didn't do well the first time. You know, I guess that's just creative not knowing what to do with certain people. But you know, he's got everything that the WWE wants. You know, he's tall, he's big, he knows how to talk, he knows how to draw heat. Yeah, I mean, I would hope, because I really think he has all the tools that the WWE needs at this point in time. You know, and especially now that he's gone over to TNA. He's kind of developed himself, and when he comes, he's bringing this audience with him also.
Yeah. You
know, he's got these fans that are invested in him, and they're definitely going to follow him to the big show now. You know what I mean? So I think he'll definitely have a better run this time.
Yeah, to me it doesn't matter wherever he goes. If he goes to ROH, I'm sure he'll do fine there. And with this whole TNA one, you know, it wasn't too bad. It could have been better at some points, but I didn't mind his TNA run. And with his gimmick that he had there, maybe the WWE will pick that up and elevate that even more and make him seem more dominant if he does go into the WWE. So, you know, Matt Morgan, I think he's pretty cool. You know, don't really have anything too much against him. So, seeing him in another run in the WWE, and I think he would do a lot more better than his gimmick that he had the last time in 2003. So, I think that would be pretty cool to see Matt Morgan back in the WWE for one last run. And with the final topic that I do have here, and we're actually taping this before Monday Night Raw, and with the big news that Vince McMahon is coming back and he is looking to review John Laurinaitis, and probably by this time he'll probably end up firing him at this point. So, with that being said, how do you feel about Vince McMahon returning? Do you think he should stay for one last year run, or just run in general and be on TV for maybe at least like this year? And how do you feel about that overall on Vince McMahon?
You were saying Vince McMahon possibly firing John Laurinaitis?
Yeah, and coming back overall.
Yeah, well, honestly, the fan in me would love for Vince McMahon to come back full time. I mean, I understand he's getting up there in years, and you know, he probably wants to retire from full time active duty. You know what I mean, and just rest or take a chill. But actually, I don't think that the businessman Vince McMahon has ever taken a break anyway.
Right.
So I would love to see him on TV full time. That would be awesome. Vince has always been one of my favorite characters. Business wise, you know, I have my opinions on him, strong opinions on him, but character wise, he's one of the best. You know, and so I would love to see him back full time. I'm not too big of a John Laurinaitis fan. I've tried to get on his side.
That's fine.
You know, but you know, he just messes up. He messes up his lines too much.
Yeah,
he's really not that great of a talker. I mean, he's gotten better over time.
Oh, yeah,
I'll give him that. But I'd rather see an established Vince McMahon on my screen every week as opposed to John Laurinaitis.
Yeah. In the beginning, I didn't really care for John Laurinaitis, but as we had that match going for WrestleMania 28 with him being SmackDown and Raw General Manager, you know, I thought that was fine. And yeah, he does mess up, but when he does it in an entertaining way. So with this, I'm not really too sure, since this is going to be taped before Raw, I'm not too sure if they're going to actually have John Laurinaitis be fired, but I think that would be really cool if Vince McMahon could come back. He doesn't have to be a general manager or anything. He could just be there and do some storylines and stuff like that. Of course, I really love as well with Vince McMahon being a heel and everything. He was really great at it, and you know, it's going to be really cool seeing him back. Hopefully, after him showing up on Raw for this 3-hour special, maybe we'll get to see him more often. It doesn't have to be all the time. It can be once in a while, and I'll be fine with that. So that about does it for me, and how I feel about Vince McMahon and everything with him returning. And that about does it for all the topics that I do have here. Is there anything else that you want to talk about before we end the show, or do you have any shout-outs for that matter?
I just want to shout out everybody in the YWC. People that like me, people that hate me, you know, people that don't care, out of the way. I'd like to thank you for Fortminorproject. I know we were supposed to do this like months ago or whatever, but you know.
Yeah, it's good to have you on the show, man.
Yeah, thanks, man. You know,
anytime.
This is cool.
Yeah, this is great, and hopefully we can have you back on the show. And of course, guys, feel free to leave a like on this video. Go follow me on Twitter at DavidRivera1989. Keep the discussion going, and also be sure to check us out for the No Way Out pay-per-view pre-show, which will be at 3 p.m. and we'll be talking about all things going into No Way Out and all that good stuff on Ustream. And as well, go check out the Wrestling for Rings account. Everything will be down there in the description box, and as well with Yankees Fans channel, and as well his Twitter and everything like that, of course. So be sure to check him out too as well. From the hot seat, I've been Fortminorproject, and with my guest Yankees Fan. Until then, I will see you guys in the next video. See you guys. Peace.